Okay, so Glacier Basin Campground. Well, it's that way that I'm going. Oh, our Bear Lake Road. That's a tough one. Because it goes down and this goes up. And I feel like I do need to be up. Okay, well, we'll find out as usual. All right, so going in the opposite direction now, but I guess I had to expect that because I have to loop this mountain, and looks like the elevation is increasing. I'm almost at 9,000 feet elevation, which is perfect, really good. I'm really happy about that because the top of the Sharkstooth is 12,000, so I'm getting closer. About 3,000 more feet of elevation. We should be on the right track. Should start seeing all the trees clearing out a little bit in a moment, very soon. Getting interesting, getting chilly too. Man, went the wrong way. I had a feeling that it's not the turn, but I didn't listen. See, sometimes we don't listen. We don't listen to the spirit, and we get on this wrong path, and we follow it. We keep following that wrong path, and it's difficult. It's full of confusion because we're confused. We don't know where we're going. We don't know what we're doing. And at the same time, we don't want to change our ways. Repentance. I'm talking about repentance. And you know, to some people, repentance, it might sound like a religious thing. Really, it is not. Again, you can call it whatever, depending from which side you're looking at. It's all the same thing. But repentance, the origin of the word itself, it translates, I believe, from Latin. It translates basically turning around and going the other way. Turning around and going the other way. So 180-degree change. Think about this. Sometimes the only way to get off that wrong path is to turn around and go back to that place where we had that question. We had that question, okay, which way do I go? And we had the Spirit telling us, that's the way that you should go. But we don't listen. Well, repentance gives us the opportunity to go back where we started and listen to the Spirit and make the right decision, make the right turn, and follow the righteous path. It really is that simple. Unfortunately, people, religious people mostly, twisted it big time, and now repentance is some kind of ritual that you have to do, some kind of ceremony, whatever. Silly. It really is silly. Such a simple concept, twisted to feed that human factor, necessity for comfort, for laziness, for denial of responsibility. It's really sad. But yes, I'm going back. I'm going back to the place where I made the wrong turn. I only did about a quarter of a mile, so not too shabby. Only half a mile walking for no reason. It happens. It's all right. At least it's on the way down. The way back is easier, always, because, well, you already know what you've been through, so you're doing it again. about a mile, there should be a lake. I'm gonna stop there for a little rest and a little snack, and maybe some drone action as well, if there's a good landing pad. And I think it should be like halfway to my destination. We shall see. Something went wrong. Oh yeah, I hear some water, and of course I forgot my filtration system. I should have enough water, but I should have brought my filtration system. Just test it out. Man, wasn't thinking. I was too excited to start this trail. So to give you guys a little bit of an overview, basically I'm taking the trail down to the Sky Pond. Sky Pond, it's located in Rocky Mountains National Park, Colorado. And I was supposed to go from the Bear Lake parking lot, but unfortunately it's too complicated, too many permits, so I had to take a little bit of a longer route. So here we go, a little bit longer but rewarding. Check this out. Ah yeah. Okay. Okay. Man, that's a lot of options. But I'm pretty sure this is the trail that I need. Glacier Gorge Trailhead, 2.4 miles. I think that's where I'm going. And so does my GPS. Wait. Yep. So does my GPS. All right, let's do it. 2.4 miles. Not too shabby. About 2 miles in, feeling pretty good, honestly, surprisingly. Well, I thought I'd do much worse than I'm doing now. I thought I'll be running out of breath. Well, I'm still only at like 9-something thousand altitude, so the best is yet to come. But feeling pretty strong, my legs feeling good, my breathing feels good, even with talking to you guys. And I guess the conditioning was good. So, conditioning. If you are planning a big, really big anything, I learned that from boxing, because boxing has, I think, one of the best conditioning disciplines. Like the way boxers, professional boxers condition themselves before the fight is just, minus of course the weight loss. The weight loss, when you're losing all that water, it's rough on the body. It's a little bit gray area. But the conditioning itself, I think, is the best. So, what is included into that conditioning? A lot of water. Don't drink no chemicals, no nothing. All this weird packaged, pre-packaged, whatever things. Just drink water. Take about 2 days, maybe 3 days max, depending on the preference on how you're feeling, to rest, meaning that you're not doing anything strenuous. You're still doing some workouts, you're still doing some light hike, light run. Obviously, you know, whenever boxers prepare for the fight, they don't do any like sparrings, they don't do any fighting, but they still do the workouts just to keep that, you know, keep your body going, keep it ready, keep it prepared. And a lot of good carbs. I cannot stress that enough. A lot of good carbs, and by good carbs I mean rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, some kind of grains, really whatever you like, it doesn't really matter. Barley, anything, the side, even the bread, it's not that bad. I mean, it depends. If you're like gluten intolerant, whatever, then I guess skip that. But I do, what I do is I eat a lot of potatoes, just mashed potatoes, hash browns, whatever. And on the day of the hike, if you are, depending on when you're starting, I like to start somewhere early in the afternoon so that I have a good time for a very, very good breakfast. And again, I do a very, very good quality breakfast. Some eggs, some protein, some carbs, hash browns. I love that. Some pancakes. You basically are just loading up. And it's very similar to what boxers are doing. The day before the fight, they just load up on carbs. And what that does is, these carbohydrates, as long as they're good carbohydrates, because really, I mean, what is a carbohydrate? It's just sugars, right? So, I mean, you can take a bottle of soda, drink it and be like, yeah, that's a bunch of sugar. No, so the difference is, the processed kind of sugar that you find in the soda, basically it goes too quick into your bloodstream. That's why you have that sugar rush. So you're like instantly like a bunch of energy. But at the same time, after the sugar rush comes the sugar crush. So once all the sugar is gone, and it's pretty quick, it gets in pretty quick, it gets out pretty quick, you crash. However, with good carbohydrates, like potatoes, rice, whatever, that takes a while to break down, and it's a very, very gradual breakdown of these sugars. So you have that constant, slow energy supply, and that's really all you need on something like this, or well, maybe you're preparing for a fight or a fight, whatever, doesn't matter. All right. Moving on on the trail. Oh yes, I see something out there. Look at that. Looks intense. That's where I'm going.